those minutes. You've had an opportunity to review the minutes. I will entertain a motion.
I'll make that motion.
Second,
I have a motion and a second for approval of the minutes. Any comments or questions on the motion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
aye.
Opposed? And I'm going to abstain. I did not attend that meeting. Thank you, commissioners. On our agenda, we have one item. It is land development. It's for Pine View Estates LLC, 400 Crossings Drive, Bristol, PA, requesting preliminary land development approval for the property located at 2800 Newportville Road, Bristol. Tax parcels number 5-18-66 and 5-18-66-001 in order to construct a 111,230 square foot manufacturing warehouse building in a P-1 planned industrial zone district of Bristol Township. And if I could have the applicant, whoever
Good
wants to.
evening, I'm Ed Murphy. I'm
Ed,
Ed Murphy.
Ed, good evening. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. And with me and down in my screen, the lower left corner is Anand Bhatt from Arna Engineering. He's the project engineer.
Good evening on Ed.
Good evening.
So with a little bit of background, if you'd like, I can sort of bring everybody up to speed here. This is a project that we started probably almost a year ago when we first introduced the idea to the township staff that we would like to expand our presence in Bristol Township. What Pineview Estates is the entity that is better known to most of us as Acna Windows. Acna Windows presently manufactures windows in Bristol Township in about 200 and almost 20,000 square feet of manufacturing space today. Today, Acna employs about 230 people at that facility on Crossings Drive. We would like to expand our presence in Bristol Township by adding, as the chairman said, 111,000 additional square feet so that when we're done, we're going to have about 320,000 square feet under roof manufacturing windows. The employee count is expected to increase by doing so from around 230 to close to 300 employees. So we're going to hopefully add another 60 to 70 employees. And presently, about 25% of the current employees reside in Bristol Township. So we think it's an important project for us. We think it's also important for the township. And the township has worked well with us since we first introduced the possibility last summer. Since then, we've been to the council a couple of times to present concept plan, and then most recently had approved the petition to rezone this piece to enable us to construct the warehouse. We've also seen your zoning hearing board earlier in the month, and we made a brief appearance before your board back in mid-December when we recognized, and you did too, that we were sort of out of sequence when we appeared to have these plans looked at then. But 2 months ago was a long time ago, and we've taken the other steps since. So we're, I think, now properly in front of your board for a consideration of the merits of our land development plans, which have been the subject of reviews by Kurt and Samantha, and which I think you've seen not only the review, but you've seen our response to that review, and we are all will comply type of comments, Mr. Chairman, so I don't know that we need to spend a lot of time unless you want.
No, Ed, that's quite all right. We don't need to go
Like going through those. Separately, we did. All right, so separately though, we have also submitted the waiver letter. And I understand your past protocol is for me to at least highlight the specific sections for which waivers are being sought. And then at the discretion of the planning commission, we can talk about them or not. That's, you tell us, and Anand and I will be happy to do that. So.
And Ed, and thank you very much for that. And yes, I think we've kind of all adjusted to how this works, and it's pretty good now, so everybody understands how it works.
Yep.
So if you would just actually go through the waiver list just by the numbers, you can and just say what they are.
Yep.
And after you're done, we'll see if we need to have any kind of a discussion.
Okay, and I'm presuming, Mr. Chairman, that you have the same letter I'm referring to, which is on ARNA letterhead that was revised several days ago, addressed to Randy. That list, and I'll go through them one at a time, the summary of the current waivers that are being sought. The first one is section 177-14 point capital E, dealing with treating the plan as a preliminary final. The second item is section 177-35 point capital A and 177-43 point capital A regarding sidewalks. The third is section 177-35A again, and section 177-45A dealing with curbs. The next after that is section 177-41F that talks about spacing between the building and the curb line of the parking area. The next, section 177-48D, paren 2, dealing with slopes. The next is 177-48D3, again, dealing with slopes adjacent to property lines. Next, section 177-48D5 regarding cut and fill operations. Next, 177-49D talks about what can be planted or not within easement areas. Section 177-57 talks about a traffic study waiver. Section 177-91C3 talks about to what extent beyond the limit of the site we have to provide mapping of existing utilities and other features. And then lastly, 177-12G talks about stormwater flows.
Ed, that would be 174, unless I haven't.
No,
Let's have
you're
it.
right. John, you're right. I read it wrong. It's 174-12 capital G, dealing with stormwater flows. So those are the listed waivers in the February 15th review, or February 15th letter that Anand submitted. So Anand probably would be the right one. If anybody has any questions about any of them, we can certainly address them as you see fit.
Okay, Commission, do you have any questions, commissioners?
No.
No,
No questions.
Okay, Samantha, anything?
Nope.
Okay, Kurt
I have nothing to add. Nope.
and Bob.
No, John, nothing to add.
Okay, that sounds pretty good to me. So listen, what I'll do is, if there's no comments or questions, I will entertain a motion.
I'd like to make that motion to recommend to council that we approve preliminary and final land development to Pineview Estates LLC, 400 Crossings Drive, Bristol, PA, for the property located at 2800 Newportville Road, Bristol, tax parcels number 5-18-66 and number 5-18-66-001, in order to construct a 111, 230 square foot manufacturing warehouse building in a new P1 planned industrial zone, District of Bristol Township, as well as the waivers just discussed from the letter from the ARNA Engineering dated February 15th, 2021.
Any, I do want to address, okay, so first, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, it's been moved in second, so just a little follow-up that I have on discussion. In your response letter, Ed, under comments to the Gilmore and Associates letter, there were certain areas like under section B, number 1, 2, and 4, and section E, number 2, where it referred to, and I'm just juggling papers around here, so give me a second. Take me out of my environment and I'm not doing too good, so just bear with me for a second.
That's all right. I'm looking at Cindy Murphy and wondering why she looks like that, but while you're looking around.
Where
But she's muted and I can't hear her.
the responses that you gave.
He's actually very prettier than I am.
Okay, the responses that you gave on those particular numbers ended with provided, authority would be provided at the time of plan recordation. So and I questioned that in our pre-meetings. That means these are still open
I want
items.
to see what Cindy Murphy looks like. So you should
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Okay.
you.
Thank you. So these are items that are still open that should be completed by the time you're ready to submit everything. So whoever makes that, now that the motion has been made, I need included in that motion that this approval is contingent to those particular issues being completed.
And that's agreeable. We understand that we still need to continually comply with all the review comments of Gilmore as outlined in their letter. So that's correct, right?
All right. So I made a quick amendment to your motion. So if you want to make your motion as it was and include those particular items that I just said. And we already have it on record now, you know what they are. So now it's been moved in second and amended. Any comments or questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous. Good luck,
Hey,
gentlemen.
thank you very much.
You're
Good luck,
more than
Murph.
Good
welcome.
luck.
Bye, Ed Murphy.
See you tomorrow night.
Yes.
Yes.
See you
Okay,
guys.
not having anything else on our agenda, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it then.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous. Good evening, everybody. Nice seeing you all.